There is nothing wrong with your television set, or computer screen, or cell phone, or Oculus Rift, or whatever device you're currently using. There is everything wrong with your life choices. Do not attempt to click to another video. We are controlling the stream. If we wish to make it louder or softer, or throw our hands in the air like we just don't care, we will do it. We can make you do the horizontal mambo. We can control your vertical puke stream. We can use dad jokes to make your eyes roll and flutter. We can change your focus and your brain into mashed potatoes. For the next 90 minutes, squirm uncomfortably at all that you see and hear. You are about to participate in the domineering deluge of the dumb. You are about to experience the online mystery that is Alex and the Garbage Man.
That was awesome.
You ever see The Outer Limits?
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's what that is based on, loosely.
Now, the first thing I almost wanted to start going, Naya hee, Maya hoo, Maya ha, Maya ha ha. What a that was early 2000s, right?
Yeah, his name is Gary Bratislava, I think, and he got quite a bit of notoriety out of doing that in the coming years.
And I thought, like, someone said, like, I remember people comment on it, like, oh, this guy from wherever, and someone said he's from Jersey. Apparently, like New Jersey. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, could be. That was also the early 2000s, like I said. So
yeah. Yep, but it is what it is, and we might as well start with a sad note, just to get it out of the way, but also reminisce and such. So,
I have a statement from her, actually.
Oh,
and
okay. Before you get to the statement,
yeah.
All right, I'll read I'll summarize her comment that she left on our video last week, and this happened, I think, 4 or 5 days ago. She left a comment on the video and said, and this is Heather that we're talking about, English Heather from across the pond. Love you guys, but I won't be participating, and she used the word participating, in the show anymore. And so the use of the word participating means to me that she's not going to be in the chat, but maybe she'll watch the stream every once in a while. And that's cool, but it's sad to see someone go that we've kind of gotten to know a little bit over the past few months. I understand that everyone at some point has got to go. Some of us sooner than others. Chad, looking at you. But for it to be Heather, that kind of sucks. I understand. I don't begrudge her anything. I'm not angry. I'm not spiteful. Ahoy, hoy, Ryan. I'm sure Ryan is sad as well. Yeah, it's kind of sad. But I'm sure she has her reasons, and I'm sure they're good reasons. So I wish her all the best. There might be other English girls in the future, but they're not Heather.
So that being said, thank fuck I actually checked my email, because I got an email. Yeah. The only details I'm going to share about this from our lovely friend Heather is that she doxed herself.
Ooh.
And speaking from experience, because I did the same thing. She said some things that kind of got her into trouble, which I was there too.
Yeah.
So she said there is a good chance that she'll be back, but under a different name, and that she will try to be more careful with what she says. And like I said, I know, because I doxed myself too.
Yeah.
As we all know. So hopefully she'll come back and we get to see her again. Yeah, so yeah. That is so hopefully it works. So it's funny that I look, because I'm horrible for checking my email. I never check it, right? So Because to be honest with you, the only reason I went in was to actually message her and say, hey, I'm sorry to hear about that, and hopefully we'll hear from you again. And there was an email from her. So,
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh God, I had a homemade Mexican bake tonight. Oh, it was delicious.
So I created a little video to send Heather off. If we see her in the future, great. Hopefully we will. But let's all take a moment of silence to remember Heather, and please enjoy the video in sadness. Now, I'm not saying she's a piss tank. I'm just saying that I haven't used that Barney burp sound effect in a while. That's all I'm saying.
I like Barney.
He's great.
The line of the Jig Jag Jababoo. I won't say it because I can't play the video, but
Yeah.
Jimmy Dash Shagabadoo. That's the worst name ever. Wait, Jimmy Jojo!
Classic. Wow, that was short. Guess who's back?
It'd be
Well,
awesome
we got a new subscriber, it looks like.
Wow. And I think it's a Scotchman. Oh.
I was just about to go to launch into this big screed about this is now the end of the English Heather era of our show, and we'll begin another era, but we won't know what era that is until it ends. But I don't know if I can do that now.
No,
it's a continuation. This is part 2 of the English Heather era of our show.
It was kind of like the show we did have that over a year ago, and then we kind of went, oh, we're gonna take a break, and oh, we're back. At least we gave it a month or a little bit of fucking time to breathe.
I think you gave it 2 or 3 weeks.
Something like that. I'm out of cream. I know. All right, so I know Ryan is here for sure. So I'm going to discuss something because he has children too.
Ooh, sorry to hear that. I do kind of take responsibility for that, and I apologize.
Well, you can, but there's also some anonymity. I guess. Sorry, I never say that word right. Like
anonymity.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, if Redneck was still working for the government, which he was like years ago, I mean, there's shit he couldn't say, right? Like, if he doxed himself, I mean, because his name is right there, for fuck's sakes, right? So, and that's like, even for me and you, we got to be careful. Everyone knows me in town, but like, our thing is a picture of me and you, maybe 20 years ago, but we don't look that different.
Yeah, not really.
Like, well, I mean, I have a beard, and you got a little more hair in that picture. But,
Scotland, such a beautiful part of the world, I hear.
All right, so we're gonna talk some dad talk now. Me, Mr. Labatuck, and the other 2 people that are here right now who don't have children. I don't know Heather has children, but
please, no dad jokes, please.
No, not at all. It is amazing how things have changed, and you want to say it's for the better. I don't know at times. People often accuse me that I was scared of my father. And scared, yeah, in a way, but respectful. I knew what lines not to cross. I knew what would get me into trouble. Famous story that I've told my son numerous times. And like, I know, Dad, you've told me this, blah. But I was with 2 friends, and they decided to start kicking fences in at Peachtree Estates. And I remember standing there, and I watched them start kicking these fences. And I could see, like, the bubble of my dad. Like it was like a cartoon. I could see my dad, like, choking me like Homer and Bart. And I was like, I'm gonna go. I bailed. I fucking left.
Yeah.
they got picked up by the cops and charged.
Good.
And I tell Colin that story all the time. Like, yeah, maybe, okay, you want to say scared? Maybe. But respectful. I knew, okay? So, I get the notification. Like, this is things that I wish I would have had as a kid. Because maybe, I'm not saying I was going to be a rocket fucking scientist. Far from it. But if my parents would have had the tools that we have today to monitor schooling, maybe I would have done a little. I'm not saying I would have went to post-ed, like, because I was not a school kid, but at least my marks would have been better than a C+ average, right? Like, I would have been better. But so we have this thing called Power School now. And like, if he's absent, boom, it says he's an unexcused absence. If he's late, if he's blah, blah, blah. So I get a text on the phone, unexcused absence from PE. Why are you not at fucking school? Dad, it just so happens that I could not find my gym class. And of course now I'm like, what do you mean you couldn't find your gym class? Like, and this is over text, right? Well, Dad, I went to the gym. They weren't there. You could ask. I was around the school. And I'm like, okay. Now, meanwhile, while my sperm pet is telling me this stuff, I'm sitting here going, why didn't you go? Okay, so when you walk into the school, the office is right here. The gym is right here. Okay, so that's how close they are. So why didn't you go to the office and be like, yo, secretary lady, can you be all like, yo, gym teacher, where you at? Holla. And then she would have hollered back, and then, oh, this is where I need to be.
Yep.
But no, apparently, he walked around the school for an hour, wasting time. Okay, no, this is going to get way better. Okay. So I messaged. So again, with the ability right off the Power School app, I can email his teacher. Were you guys at the school today? Colin wasn't there. And her email to me back was, we were in the weight room. Did he not look for us? So apparently the weight room is like just off the cafeteria, which is not far. Like, I don't know, but it's not far. And I say this to him, and he's like, why would I think to look there? And I'm like, I don't know, because you should have at least 4 working brain cells that could have rubbed together. You know? Maybe instead of calling fucking people bitches on the internet while you're playing Call of Duty, you could use those 4 brain cells to go, hey, I should go see what this is. Anyways. So while I'm waiting for him to come home, and I said to him, like, I didn't realize he was at work when I texted him. So I said, okay, we're going to wait till we'll talk about this later. Okay. Like, and he's like, well, I don't want there to be any yelling. And I'm like, okay. I'm thinking, and I'm at the gym working out while this is going on, listening to metal, getting angrier and angrier at the fucking, and of course I'm doing legs. So, I mean, I can't like, let me push this leg press. Right? So then, hold on a second.
Yeah.
So then he says to me, well, I don't want to come home and have you and Mom yell at me. I know that I messed up, and you guys yelling at me isn't going to help.
He's got a point.
Okay. He does. Until his dad goes on Power School to bring up, how many times has Cohen been late and or absent unexcused? Survey says he's been late 26 times this school year. We live, okay, you know what? I'll figure it out right now. So there's no mystery to how far we are from the school. Okay. So go Google Maps. What the fuck is his school's name again? Myers. W-R. We are 400 meters from the school. Okay. His mother is maybe, I'd say 800 meters then. But keep in mind, he has a vehicle. He has the ability to move at a pretty good pace. So,
no.
when I'm asked not to get mad and not yell, yes, if you've been late once or twice, okay, 26 times. He has been late more this school year than I have ever been to anything. Because I would rather be an hour early for something and sit and wait than be late. It fucking drives me insane.
Yeah.
I hate being late. Now, this does not include this doesn't include the absent days. And that absent days would be like sick from COVID, some family days. He did have a couple days off. Unexcused absences from class is 14. I didn't miss.
Hold on. Let him finish, Corey. How you doing?
I didn't have 14 days off. Like, this motherfucker's missed more time than I missed, and I fucking almost lost a leg.
That's 2 weeks that he's had unexcused absences.
Yep. I don't understand. Like, whenever I go to work, I mean, everybody is different. We have guys that show up to work 5 minutes before work. I like to be at work at least a half an hour before shift, maybe 25 minutes. I like to have a coffee. I like to bullshit with the guys, tell some inappropriate jokes. All right, ready to go. Right? There's times where he's left here and he works at 1:45 and it's like a 1:35. I'm like, why are you still here? Well, I'll make it. Yeah, okay, we don't locate. So here, from my house to Co-op gas bar. The Coop gas bar. And more. Not there.
I predict drive time 3 minutes.
I think you're probably right. Yes.
And I've never been to Tabor.
All right. Oh, why am I in Calgary? What the fucking shit? I don't know. Fucking Tabor.
Anyone who remembers our drinking rules, you should be chugging right now.
Yeah. You should be drunk. All right. We are 1.2 kilometers away. No, that's the wrong one. It's the other co-op. Yeah, you should be like drunk by now. We are not this one. We are 1 kilometer away. 4-minute drive. Okay? Now, the beauty of that is we have a railroad track that cuts the town in half. And I've explained to him, what if a fucking train comes through? You're fucked.
Yep.
And that excuse is only going to work a couple times. Where then your boss is going to go, family friend or not, is going to go, look, motherfucker, leave a little earlier. I'm not saying it's not, they have a little tiny coffee room. We have a big coffee area. So that's why I like getting there and just bullshitting with the guys, right? So, yeah, and I can't believe it's like this because me and his 3 mothers are not this way. We all like to be early. I detest being late. Detest it. All right, so what does that say?
Stay home because of polar bear.
So I actually saw that. We got power school measures from the school keeping our kids indoors today due to the polar bear. Perfect, thanks for the heads up. But this is at 10 a.m. when our kids are in school. Maybe send this at 2 before the kids come home. No, actually, I like that message coming at 10 in the morning because then if there's still an issue, parents can, because some kids might have to walk home. I don't know your city or your town or village or whatever, Corey. But if people have to go get their children because they're walking home, that's a big heads up. How mad would those same people be if the kids get off at 3 and mom doesn't get off till 4 and all of a sudden she's going, Lord Tanner and Jesus, boys, that's the first defeat to put a full of bear. That's fair there, right? has Newfoundlandese talk and stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, I actually like that coming earlier. But them telling us to keep our kids indoors and not let them out. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying keeping them indoors at school. Okay, I see what you're saying, but see, but the thing is, Corey, then you might have see you're saying that, but then you might get parents go, well, why wouldn't the school tell us earlier that there's a bear? Right?
It's just like democracy. You can't keep everyone happy, no matter what you do. So any decision made is bound to anger someone.
Well, yeah, like it's funny what has changed. Because like remember, like when we were in school, it was like the belly button was showing, right? Like the midriff, you're like, ooh. And now, like, way girls are dressed, it's like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can't say anything because if you do, you're shaming them and you're affecting their mental health. Yeah. Yeah, that's a black hole you just can't go anywhere near.
No. And I don't know. And maybe, and do you want to, I will say this then, like, to those people, like all the power to you. If you're that comfortable in your body, hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Myself, I am not. So like when I work out, like I like to wear Under Armour sleeveless thermal tops, like the compression tops.
Yeah.
But then I'll wear a shirt over top of it. Just because like, well, just like a thin shirt. I'm not wearing like sometimes I wear hoodies. Can't say that. But like I just because I hate like when I'm doing bench press, my belly hangs out. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So I like to make sure they're tucked in. But yeah, I mean, all the power to people. If they wanna do that, then hey. I'm happy I don't have a daughter because I have seen what young girls wear and I would have a fucking heart attack. I would be that dad. I would be like, "Oh my god!" Right?
Well, that's the thing, young Brody, that you can't. There's always going to be someone out there who's going to sexualize something. They're going to make a big kerfuffle out of it, and the example I'll give is American Christians.
Now, Ryan, what you need to start doing is like I do now. I find it makes me feel more comfortable. Is I wear like a white tank top, like an undershirt, and they're long, so they tuck into my pants.
Good for you, Corey. You're putting your foot down.
And you know it's not, and that's the thing. They like someone would then say like, "Hey, you're well, what did Brody just call it?" What did Brody call it?
Dress code? Stop.
No, sexualizing everything. Yeah. But the thing is, but you say don't sexualize it, right? I'm just playing the other side of the sword here. But then, like, you'll see people on Instagram wearing the same things, like, you know, like titties are all pushed up into the picture, like, and if it's not being sexualized, and that's the same with dudes, you know, like, I don't know.
Speaking of dudes, there's an old dude.
Yeah, you already said that once. They're Alzheimer's. Jesus, calm your shit. Huh. I don't know. I don't think it's the same thing either. I think it's, you know, yeah, I don't fuck. See, I don't want to say the wrong things, right? Because then we're gonna get shit.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pick my words carefully about like how to say it. I can only speak about how I feel. So I am at the point though. I am fucking 42 years old. If I'm gonna hang out with my moobs hanging out, I'm 42 years old. In my opinion, I got a dime piece for a fucking wife. And guess what? I don't care if anyone else gives a fuck about what's hanging out on me. She says she loves me. I don't think she's had head trauma. You know, so.
That's a weird situation. I was going to make a comment about something like that with regards to mental health. You know, people are doing this and that for their mental health nowadays. Is it going to get to the point where people are just going to do crazy stuff and say, I have to do it because of my mental health? Like, I have to jerk it on a public bus while the scenery's flying by for my mental health. I have to beat up this person because they're bullying me because it's for my mental health. Like, how much are we going to pile on the term mental health before someone's going to say, whoa, 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 whoa. Mental health aside, you're just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. You know,
yeah, then that's the problem with that guy in particular. And we take away all the blanket statements and, oh, guys are like this. No, that guy in particular.
that guy is like that.
That guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. It's, it now, but it depends, I guess, how a person feels comfortable. I know a gentleman who works out at the gym, and he is a pretty buff motherfucker, and he knows it. And he's even said, like, we joke around, and I'm like, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I see them looking, and he's like, yeah, I see, and he's like, I fucking love it, and I was like, that's why I stand next to you when we work out, because then I think they're looking at me too, right? Like, right?
And does he give you the fist bump and say, yeah, because they know I look better than you, so you're making me look good?
Oh yeah, dude, he's such an awesome dude. Like, he's such a great guy. Yeah, we were busting each other's balls, and he's like, you're not even supposed to. I said, you're not even supposed to be here right now. You're a morning workout guy. He's like, no, you just fucking go do your leg shit. I'm like, listen, if you're gonna pick up the weight, if I ever pick up the 90s that you're fucking using for your fucking curls, then talk. All right. Yeah, I'm using 45 max, and that's your warm up. I mean, seriously, fuck off. Right. If I touch your fucking Coleman weights that are over there, then we'll talk. Like, fuck. You know.
Corey, I'm pretty sure you live in a small community. Why don't you all band together, light the torches, and burn that guy's house down? Because that's kind of fucked up. That's really fucked up if that's true. Oh, Ryan, calm down. Well, battle in the comments. Ryan versus Brody. I got money on, you know what? I'm going to fund both sides of this conflict.
Yeah, I'm going to play that. I'm just going to stay neutral in this one.
Ryan, I think he's being genuine at this point. With regards to this comment, if his daughter is comfortable wearing that, then let her. If it was my kid, I would say, okay, you can wear this, but just be aware of what other people are going to say. I know it shouldn't matter, and their opinion doesn't matter in the long run. You do you, but just be aware people are going to be saying this because young people are pretty terrible when it comes to comments.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
And that's just it. I won't. And that the thing that's changed now is, and I know we've talked, and of course, Heather, you go ahead, and we will look at your comment when you please say something, Heather, as being the only female here. There is no break from it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy, and this isn't for what with Heather's situation, like when I say this, but it's so easy to just make a burner account and to fuck with somebody. Right. And that's the terrible thing. And that's the terrible thing about the internet. Right. Is that the ability to hide behind a keyboard makes a lot of people think they're tough when they're not. What was that saying? Everybody thinks they're badass till they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, it's kind of like an anarchist mindset. They're trying to do damage from afar in the digital age. Speaking of Heather and Brody, I feel bad for Brody last week because he was trying to come up with ideas for content, and we're like, no, wrong, no. And then Heather's like, should I pierce me nipples? And we're like, yeah. What kind of friends are we to Brody? I'm sorry, Brody. Now, if Brody got his nipples pierced.
Oh, there's Penny.
Hey, Penny. I read the first part of that comment and I thought, what are you going to try and wear those clothes again because it's cool? Or give them to your daughter or something?
And this is God. Okay, so now I'm gonna say this, and I hope people will get what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, and I was gonna get there like with Sarah, is that
Hi, Sarah.
like if anybody ever touched my Reese, they would die.
Yeah.
Not only I probably wouldn't have a chance because my sister
And her husband.
I think, well, Ben, yeah, exactly. And then I'm sure the crazy Italian sister from another mister would fly up from Texas and gut him, but I'd be right behind her. I see, drink. I lost my train of thought. There it goes. There it fucking goes. Oh, is that what we needed? Okay, there it is. I found it because I just looked at what Heather said. I know how to deal with a predator. Now, it always used to be a thing to say to boys or to men, like, man up. You got to fight for. So maybe like we need more of that with women. I think it is happening a lot more, and all jokes aside, Eddie Murphy said, you can't hit a woman anymore because she'll fuck you up because they know like aerobics and shit like that.
Yeah.
Right. But like women, maybe that needs to be more of the thing now is, hey, you wear what the fuck you want. Guess what? I'm going to show you how to punch a motherfucker in the mouth. And that is also a problem now, I think, in society. Because I know a lot of the girls that I went to school with, such as Kim, Penny, and then like Nicole Seabird and all them. I'm sure that if they wanted, they would have punched the guy in the mouth. I know, like Amy Stenberger would have without even fucking thinking twice.
Yeah, she would have.
Is that what's changed now? Is that a girl won't fucking be like, skadoosh, like it fucking flatline somebody? I gotta drink coffee more before the show. I am fired the fuck up.
You're gonna pay for that later when you're trying to go to sleep and you're tossing and turning.
I don't have to work for the next 4 days. So fuck you.
4-day weekend.
Yeah, union suck my ass. I got a 4-day fucking weekend.
Chad was saying, I can't believe the mega ripped jeans are back. And I instantly flashed back to Def Leppard. Remember the lead singer from Def Leppard? Yeah, he had some pretty ripped jeans.
Walk this way, you and me, babe. Hey! Now, but the thing is, no, those were look kind of cool. The one I saw, and I was like, now, yeah, see, Reese already knows Taekwondo.
Excellent. Good.
Sarah knows this because she lived here. And Chadney's been here. I don't know if it was windy. I saw a young lady who the rips on her jeans were from like, I'd say just below like, I'd say halfway down her quad. I'm trying to think, like down to her knees. And the thing was like ripped open, like this big. And down here, we have a lot of wind. I don't know, like, how that could be comfortable. Like, it'd feel like you'd be fighting the wind all day. And can you imagine how dirty your legs would be from the wind blowing all day? Because it does blow. Like, Sarah lived down here. And Chadney, I don't know if it was windy when we had the winter storm with Chadney and Tucker were here. But Sarah lived here. It's windy as a motherfucker.
Going back to, I can't remember who said it, with regards to guys making comments, sure, we can have the freedom of speech, freedom of expression argument, but shouldn't guys learn, or people, shouldn't they learn at a young age, hey, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all? Like, what's up with oh, look at her? And women, at least back in my young days, they did that a lot. They talk shit on each other all the time.
I've always said that women are okay, now I'm going to, actually, sidebar, because I got to comment on that. Women hating each other, because I'm writing a note because I want to get back to that. So
that's fucked up, Heather. I can't believe you were accused of that.
Hold on.
Stupid. Yeah,
I have an Irish friend.
Yeah,
and for a video game friend, me and him have gamed together for 7 years now. In the world, the way kids go now, like he's a very good friend of mine. I make plans to make sure I game with him. I said to him, I was like, hey, have you ever had an Irish car bomb shot? Because that was the shot that was mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, you smile. He was not happy.
I know.
And he did say that if you fucking said that in Ireland, you'd get the fucking shit beat out of you.
considering the history and the context, yes. I get it.
And I apologized to him. He's like, no. He's like, I'm not mad at you. And I said, well, this young lady said it. And he's like, well, no, it's not that. No. He's like, that's not cool. I'm like, no, racist. No, that is ridiculous. But I will say it did trigger him. He's like, if someone said that beside me, he's like, I'd punch him in the face.
Wow.
Yeah.
And on that note, hello, Jen. I know that.
Okay. Women hating each other. Here it is.
Yeah.
I've said this for years and years and years and years and years. Women are the most vindictive creatures in the world. I will fall. I have evidence. I know that my ex and even my wife have people that they still hate from high school. They fucking hate them. They, even to this day, I couldn't fucking look at her. Fucking like Chris Rock said, they fucking change friends every other week. Why aren't you friends with fucking Rita anymore? Oh, she thinks she's all that, you know. But they always keep those guy friends. Why? Just in case of emergency. Break that glass. There's that dick. Anyways. Yeah. But I remember two young men. It was at Max, and they wanted to fight. They went outside and fought. These two young. They were younger than us, and they beat the shit. And the girls like, "Oh, go stop them! Stop them! Stop them! Stop them!" And we're like, just let them fight. They're dudes. And sure as shit, they were done fighting. That was the end of it. Because, Brody, Irish car bomb.
IRA.
Yeah, do I really need to fucking... Yeah, and I get that, Heather. And I'm not disagreeing with you, but I know. Yeah, and Heather, and I'm not making light of that at all. Again, we didn't know that. We don't know, we don't know that. And at the end of the day, Heather, you want to know what? I don't know if you guys have this there. We have a shot called a kamikaze. Could someone be like, hey, that's racially insensitive? No, I've never thought about that till just now. Right?
The case could be made. Yes, just as
that's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
You know those little Hawaiian women. Jesus. Those little Hawaiian women statue things that you put on your dash and it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Someone made a video. They were in an Uber and they said, you have to take that down because it's racist towards Hawaiian people. So again, a case could be made for that.
Yeah. It does come to like, where does it stop? Right. We've been saying, I mean, this goes back to the whole Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima thing. Like where does it stop?
It doesn't. There are no lines to be crossed anymore. They're all gone. It will go on and on forever.
It is good. It is delicious. Yeah. And Heather, I'm not saying you hate the Irish. Oh God, girl, not at all. No. But it's one of those things like, again, I'm just saying it. Like I just said, Heather, and just came to me. Kamikaze shot. Holy fuck. I mean, if this is the route, oh my God, we're going. I've never had a kamikaze. I'm more of a gladiator fucking Boilermaker kind of guy, but you know. So, yeah. I think this is a really good conversation. That just holy shit, right?
And we got 9 people watching, 6 on the tubes and 3 on my Facebook. It's pretty great. And I'm not going to attribute that to you drinking coffee. I'm just saying it's coincidence. Coincidences exist. That's all. Is that a McCafe?
Yes, and it is delicious coffee.
Do you prefer McCafe over Tim Hortons?
I do not like Tim Hortons. It gives me wretched heartburn. I don't know why. Even like I usually just get a coffee with a couple Splendas in it. But Tim Hortons, it just, but they got to stay in their lanes. Like, and when I say stay in their lanes, I'm saying like McDonald's, you shouldn't be doing donuts. And I know you don't eat garbage, but one day my sugar was dropping, so we just happened to be McDonald's and we grabbed some of those mini McDonald's donuts. They're the worst fucking thing I've ever had. They're horrible. Whereas Tim Hortons, I'm not a big on the donuts, but some Timbits, I'll kick some fucking Timbits. You know?
Yeah, Heather, I read your comment and then all of a sudden I think of Train Spotting where they said early on in the film, we're Scottish. We're the scum of the earth.
Yeah.
I like their self-depreciating humor over there in Europe.
Okay, what? Okay.
Jesus, here's one. Yeah, people do face absolutely.
Yep.
Gordon's on the money right off the bat.
And that's the big thing now when you talk about that and the progression of censorship. You know, and especially going back, like retroactive censorship.
Yeah.
You know, which is a huge problem. And I mean, and I know I've said, I know I've said this before, but I like to give credit where when I get my gibberish from. When Jim Jeffries said, you know, like, okay, back in 2014, this was okay to say. This was the line. Now, because you've moved the line back 40 feet doesn't mean now you can chastise me for what I said almost a decade ago because you've moved the line. That's the problem I think a lot of people have is that they don't realize that, hey, like, yeah, this is old. And that's the thing, the biggest thing. And I know it's hard. To me, it's hard to go after comedy because comedy is supposed to be hilarity, right?
You watch what you say, Brody. You're on a thin line. You're on thin ice, pardon me.
Yeah, you're just about to get banned.
And your ideas suck too. So there.
And they're like Gordon said, blackface. No, and we have made this very, very clear. Very clear. I think the overreaction to blackface and it is ridiculous in some points. Now, hold on. Somebody who was dressed in it like 30 years or 20 years ago, as Samuel L. Jackson, like because they were dressed up as Pulp Fiction, as Julius from Pulp Fiction. You're dressed up. You're at like, and I will say this because you know with Justin Trudeau, yeah, but it's the God, the word I'm looking for. You can do, but I can't do it. The hypocrisy of that, right? You know, that's the thing. The hypocrisy of, well, you can't do that, but then when you're caught doing it, you're just like, oh, fuck, right? You know.
You know what? I don't currently have Timbits. I could press the button, but I'm not going to because I feel sorry for it. No, I'm kidding. I like you. You know what? If it wasn't for Brody, we wouldn't be here right now. So thank you, Brody. If you go back that far, we would not be here had it not been for Brody.
Okay, but it used to be okay to be
virtually. He's trying to say virtually, not vulturally.
Yeah, virtually insensitive.
Yeah.
And it didn't used to be okay. How do you mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, we used to say, and this, okay, the disclaimer's going, there's a bro science, we're talking. So this is not a context, okay? But I think everybody in this chat right now, I would say every single person that I know at one time has used the term, oh, you're so gay. Or that's gay. We've all done it. I bet you everybody has done it. Right? But it's not cool because it is. It means you're lesser than. So it's like, oh. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Right? You know? And culturally is the same thing. And that, but the thing is like, if I think, and now you're saying culturally insensitive. I think if a young person is dressing up as a Native American, they're not doing it to be insensitive. They're not doing it to be like, they're not like, oh, I want to ridicule these people. They think it's interesting. They think that's what I take it as. I don't take it as they're being, you know, like they're meaning to be malicious, but maybe I'm wrong.
You'd have to ask that person in particular. Yeah, we're going to have a new animal mascot. It's going to be a culturally insensitive vulture.
Hey, wait a second. We already have a dog.
We do have a dog. We haven't given the dog a name yet.
Well, and that's just it. Like no, and that shouldn't be. But you guarantee that is what would happen.
Yeah, you can't do it, Chad. Nope.
You know, well, but then there's people that read different things, and this I have to find the ad. But it was like a Old Navy or a Gap commercial, and the young African American kid was wearing a shirt with a monkey on it. It was just like a cartoon monkey, and people lost their fucking mind.
Yes, that was recent. Yeah.
You know, like, and it's like, well, I don't think that was just a coincidence. Now, if there was a white kid and he had a saltine cracker on his shirt, I'd be like, okay, we're on to something. I think they're right. But, like, it's shit.
You know what, Chad, it might get to that point. Yes, it might get there, because there have been people who have said, some actor cannot play a handicapped person because they're not truly handicapped. This person of African descent can't play this African character because they're not African enough, apparently. I can't remember who that was, but that was said at one point in time.
If I remember, I'm going to see if I can find it. I remember seeing this, that I saw something that Ruby Rose, was that her name? The girl that played the Batwoman for a season? That I remember reading something, I swear to cow, that she wasn't gay enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Ruby Rose.
I'm in complete agreement with you, Gordon. The fact that Nick and I are alive and talking, that offends someone out there. They'll probably never find us, but just by virtue of the fact that we exist, we are offending someone. Now, there are different levels of offense, be it unintentional, meaning existing, or intentional, meaning you say something that is insensitive in some way and you're meaning to say it. So there are different levels. You gotta, yeah.
Okay, so this is again, these are people, in my opinion, for the most part, who would not, well, no, they would, see, these people would have the balls to say this kind of shit to somebody's face, because you would punch them in the face for saying it or call them out and you'd be a piece of shit, or they'd call the cops. So Twitter followers, this is back from 2018. I knew I'd seen this. Said Ruby Rose isn't gay enough to play Batwoman. Like, but this didn't start here. This is old. Like, go back and listen to Ralphie May's 2004 bit, Just Correct. And he says in there, he was up for a role for a movie. And he was too fat, or he was too fat to play a fat man. That was the role, to be a fat man. He was too fat to play a fat man. Like, what?
The same thing happened to Billy the Fridge. There was, on the Drunken Peasants, there was a Will Smith movie where his sidekick, or his friend in the movie, was pretty fat, and Billy was approached for that role, but apparently he was deemed too fat. That's crazy, Heather.
And that's the thing. See, Heather, but this is the thing, Jen. See, you missed this conversation last week, was that Heather, because she comes from Britain, that the character is written in a specific, I don't want to speak out of turn how she said it. I myself don't care if it's a black gentleman or an African American. I have a problem if it's a woman. The James Bond character itself, I do. That is a male character. We talked about this last week. Make a 005, a 009, and have it be her be a spy. I'm fine with that. And then have them commingle. I think it'd be fucking sweet. And then see how it goes. What people seem to forget is that when it comes to action movies, who likes to go to the action movies for the most part? Males. Okay? So when you take, that's why, like, and people will say that everybody's sexist because, the female Ghostbusters didn't work out, or Oceans, whatever it was with the females, didn't get the big 8, didn't get the box office, because guys don't want to see that. Guys like pretending, feeling like we could be that guy. How many guys, when we first saw like Fast and the Furious, were like, I live my life a quarter mile at a time too in my fucking Mercury Topaz, right? Like, everybody thought, like, that's, guys live vicariously through that. Guys can't do that when it's a full female cast. But then when a woman goes to a movie, well, for the most part, when women go see movies, they want to see the Jennifer Aniston movie where the love was there the whole time, but she didn't see it. But finally at the very end, she fucking sees it and they kiss in the rain. And that's how the movie ends. Every fucking movie, But what I'm saying, Jen, is they didn't, even if it did suck, it didn't draw the audiences. Because even if movies are shitty, guess what? Ghostbusters 2 sucked. But it still it made pretty good at the box office because it was the Ghostbusters. The name alone on the Ghostbusters should draw. But then that was also the problem. You're messing with a fucking pretty solid movie to begin with, the first Ghostbusters. You know, so to try to follow up, like, you're going to have a hard time, especially if you're remaking it.
Well, Ryan, to counter that, in this day and age, stories can be retold and redone. We can do it differently.
Mm-hmm.
It's fiction. It's a story. I mean, we could make. I know, Heather, you're going to chime in. You said this.
Yeah, she's getting moist now because Ryan's talking her language.
Heather said something last week with regards to Ian Fleming having written the character in a specific way. Well, that's fine. That was his vision. I don't know who owns the rights now, but things can change, and there's nothing wrong with trying something new.
I got an idea. Okay. So if people want to keep the James Bond character the way he is, why can't we do the same thing with add a different division of like the 00, but like have it out of Africa. You know what I mean? Like around the world, different things if they wanted to do that to extend the universe, and then have like again a 00, you know, or like instead it wouldn't be 007, like Agent 13 or something, or 50, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can have again commingle and then shoot off fucking another series with this gentleman. You know? Okay, Brody's sending me dick pics, I think.
Yes, they did make him a woman because Dame Judi Dench.
I like that. Is that your arm, Brody?
What did he do?
He got Yogi Bear. I really like it. It looks good. That's way better than a Freddy Krueger claw. Because think about it, you'd be jerking off with knives for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but now he's jerking it with Yogi.
Well, Yogi's not all the way there. And now he's going to grab his boo-boo. I got to pick a nip basket.
All depends on who you get for the role. Like I said, Judi Dench, great actor.
Yeah, so I mean, really, you can move it out and stuff. So,
yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so So I'm gonna read and I know this is an old issue, guys. Good Lord, right? But this person said about Ruby Rose. I can't speak for her acting quality, and Ruby Rose is not Jewish, but I do have I have an issue with people criticizing her for not being a lesbian. She is a gender fluid, and she's always said she prefers women. It's wrong to go around saying she's not gay enough for. Okay, so yeah, she's saying it's wrong to say that. But I don't understand. Like, can you imagine that? You're not gay enough to be a character. Like,
yeah, different degrees now.
I'd be fine with it. I don't care.
Romeo and Juliet. Well, is it Adam and Eve or is it Adam and Steve? Well, it is what it is. If it wouldn't surprise me that either there has been a retelling of Romeo and Juliet with two guys instead of a guy and a girl, and just to see how that would differ, if it would differ, but then it wouldn't exactly be the same story, but it might be interesting because it's for that culture. There's some things that shouldn't vary and change. Well, I myself am not one to solidify tradition. I'm in favor of change. I can be in favor of, hey, this is how it was. This is what tradition is. Okay, that's that. Let's try something else. I mean, why not?
And one more thing, last thing about this Ruby Rose thing, gender fluid or not, she's fucking beautiful. She is a stunningly beautiful woman. I don't know if I'm allowed to call her that, gender fluid, I guess. I don't know, but That person is beautiful. You know.
Trying to please. See, you can't please everyone, Ryan, no matter how hard you try. Yeah, see, Brody's open-minded. No, I'm kidding. I'm not talking trash.
This is great. This is the best meme I've ever saw. And I'm so guilty for this. And I think Brody is. I'm sure Ryan would be. It's got SpongeBob looking through a book, and it says, when someone presents you with a serious situation requiring an adult response, and you search for the perfect meme to use. I'm so guilty for that. Hard guilty.
Yeah, it's acting, Chad. As long as you can make it believable on screen, as long as the director says, yes, that's good, let's move on, that's a wrap for that, then that's all that really matters at the end of the day on the shoot.
Shut up! But then like, where's the line get drawn? Okay, like, here's the example. Walking Dead. I think most of them are fucking British actors. Where's everyone going? Hey, where's all us Americans getting their jabs? The British don't take their jabs. They're all British. And I was like, holy shit, they almost all are British. Except for Daryl, and he's a badass. But yeah, just fuck.
Yeah, if I can suspend disbelief. Yeah, it depends on what movie you're going to, I guess, what you're willing to believe.
But that's the idea of a movie, though. You're supposed to suspend belief.
Yes.
Like, again, and this the old argument, Mr. Armstrong. Transformers sucked. It was such a stupid story. They're vehicles that turn into robots, and Megan Fox is hot. What more do we need for a storyline? Like, were you like? And I've said this 100 times. Were you expecting Schindler's List?
Yeah, it's Michael Bay directing it. I mean, come on.
What did you think was going to happen? Like, good Lord.
You watch Spencer. Oh, that's about Diana Spencer. Who the hell was that? Kristen Stewart? Is that the one you're talking about? I haven't seen that.
Me neither.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, that's just it. Like, the second, like, I don't think Neil Patrick Harris had come out yet when the first Harold and Kumar came out, but he definitely was after the second one. And he was still like talking about fucking bitches and doing E and like.
And that's what made it funny, because you knew what he was in real life, but the fact that he's playing it that way, it's awesome.
Yeah.
See, that appeals to some people. Like, at times that exact storyline will appeal to me, but
yeah,
I'll watch pretty much anything, almost anything. But stay away from
But you go into a movie, like, again, like, if you're going in to see an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, you know what you're going in for. You know, but sometimes you don't, because you think you're going to go for something for Jim Carrey, and all of a sudden he's trying to be serious, and it's like, talk out your butt! Like, what the fuck is this?
No, come on, because The Truman Show was great.
Yes,
you haven't seen it, you should.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
That's true too. Some people really have to stretch and exaggerate and take things to a level that it doesn't need to be. That is another aspect of what we are seeing in this day and age. Yes.
Which would be like an overuse of, I want to see, like, to me, that's just tribalism to the max.
Mm.
It's like, this is the hill I'm going to die on. And it doesn't matter how really small and insignificant it really is. This is the hill I'm choosing to die on. And like, you see these people, it's like, and maybe that's kind of like what it is with the way I am with Cohen now, is like, I need to pick and choose my battles. You know, like, yeah. Yeah. And that's just like, and these people just, I don't know. I couldn't imagine being that aggravated all the time. And that, like, if I gotta text someone at work, I'll call them, because like I can't text right now. I don't know how the fuck people can sit and text all the fucking time. I'm at work. Like, I can't. If you need to talk to me, call me. I can't talk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Kristen Stewart's come a long way since Twilight. Not to bring that up, but everyone starts somewhere. Even Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
And he's amazing now.
And I've heard, I haven't heard one person say anything bad about the Batman. Q Brody.
At least it wasn't directed by Michael Bay. What has he got to say now?
Yeah,
eh?
and fucking he wishes he couldn't hold fucking Michael Keaton's rubber chest plate. I haven't seen it yet, but I will. Michael Keaton was my favorite Batman, so I will say that much. God, I remember when that all happened when Princess Diana died.
97. Yeah.
I remember it all. I remember being like at the bowling alley and like hearing about and like just wow, just you know. And I remember hearing, and of course this is back in the day when you know you'd hear things, but I remember seeing something that people had offered, like they had taken pictures of her in the wreck.
Yep.
And it's like, I hope whoever you were that you like got your dick caught in your zipper and like couldn't get it out. Like worse than Something About Mary style. You know.
Yes, Ryan. A lot of American conservatives do that, but a lot of people on the internet in general in this day and age, they'll disagree and they'll all of a sudden call him a platophile, as if that's the catch-all.
What's a platophile?
I don't know if we're allowed to say the word pedophile without getting flagged.
Okay. Yeah. That seems to be the go-to.
Look at this. Brody probably loves Adam West. Brody's comment. Most beautiful woman of the 20th century. Adam West was a woman?
Yeah, he's pretty hot. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it's talking about Princess Diana. Yeah, she was freaking hot. Like you look back at like back in the day, you're like, wow, she was beautiful. Yeah. I think I already knew. That's why I said that, bro, because I knew your favorite one was Keaton. I know we talked about it before. So,
have you ever heard of this guy, John LaJoie?
No.
I'm just a regular, everyday, normal guy. That's great stuff. You got to look it up. He did another song called "Show Me Your Genitals."
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you need to look up "I Kill People" by him, and Michael Jackson is Dead. You need to do me a favor right now while we're on the air and open up a screen and look up the lyrics to "Michael Jackson is Dead." Okay. And don't read them out loud. Because, well, I'm pretty sure we're like shadow banned or whatever you call that, because all the cursing and stuff. Yeah, you go look at
lyrics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My neighbor brought that up. Yeah. So.
Favorite Batman is Keaton. Yeah. He was a good Batman. And there was outrage at the time about him playing Batman because he had played comedy roles up to that point for the most part.
That's why Wayne Gretzky is the only man I'd have sex with. And for no one who got that reference, it's actually a Goldfinger song. That's called Wayne Gretzky. The only man I'd have sex with, Wayne Gretzky. I think he's kind of sexy. Wayne Gretzky. I know he's a married man, but maybe he'd be attracted to me. Yeah, right? So Alex is not reading the lyrics to Michael Jackson is Dead.
There were people at the time who were saying this.
But it's true. Hey, I won't say it the way he said it. He was a total social pariah. He was a pedophile piece of shit. I said the word. I'm sorry. But he needed to go to jail. And the minute he died, everybody's like, oh my God, Michael Jackson died. He was so great. Well, hold on a second. Last year, you guys were completely all destroying him and talking about his Skeletor-like face and whatnot. And now you think he's awesome and he's good. He's great. That's kind of the end of the song I'm stealing from there. But yeah, but yes, Wayne Gretzky is by Goldfinger. You should look at it. It's actually a pretty interesting song. I don't know. They are pretty close. Now I know I've said that before. They are pretty close. And as soon as I put it, I didn't even finish putting in Princess Die, and they popped up.
Well,
I'm going to bring
Chad,
up their picture.
Nick can show that, and he's about to.
Yeah, I am trying to get a bigger picture of it here. A little bit. I mean...
Yeah, Kobe got accused. But he accused and actually did it, two different things. However, in today's cultural zeitgeist, accusation equals guilt for some strange reasons. So
I can't find a decent picture, but you look like if you... I'm just trying to bring up a big enough picture here. Well, now that you say that, I'm going to disagree. I don't think so. Actually, now. I'm going to say no. Now that I'm really... I mean, it's been a long time since I've looked at this. And I believe you are completely wrong, Chadney, and need to fix your glasses. Because, no. At one time I thought, but no way. The smile and the everything there, the nose, everything's is different. Yeah.
good point, Ryan. Yep.
Ralphie May had a really good bit about Kobe Bryant. And when he went, like, again, I always say this, how they, comedians always make the best points. They do. And it's like, fuck, he's right. Right? Like he's let me see if we can bring this up. And of course I can't tell it right, or I'm not going to be able to get it right, but see if I can find it when he talks about it. Oh, there's no comments here, but when he talks about it, he's talking about, okay, so the only evidence they had was vaginal bruising. He's like, guys, hold on a second. Women, let me talk to you for a minute. If some guy was like trying to take your shit, you'd fight his ass, right? You'd rape him, cut him, you'd scratch him. Yeah, Latino chicks, you'd take a razor out and from your nipple and slice them, there's not a chance, right? And yeah, it was, just the way he talked about it was, and he's right, and he goes like this, he goes, if I were Kobe's lawyer, this is what I would do. He's like, I'd do this. And he takes the mic. I'm just going to dump this water out. He takes the microphone. He's like, this is what I would do. Your Honor, Kobe's dick. Her vagina.
And yep. Heather, here we go with separate the art from the artist argument.
Yep.
Roman Polanski's made very good movies over the years, but yes, he is an absolute piece of trash.
Hey,
yes.
It's the Chris Benoit discussion.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit was a piece of shit and was, ended up being a piece of shit. But he was one of the greatest freaking wrestlers ever. But,
Yeah. Woody Allen. He's made
Woody Allen. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Woody Allen movies. They're okay. I don't consider them great, but he pumps them out every few years. Giggity. Bryan Singer, great director. Might be a piece of shit.
What did he do?
What's
he accused of?
It's not pedophilia. It's maybe it's grooming. I don't know, but the accusations are out there.
Oh,
John Wayne, huge racist, good possibility. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like we talked about last week on the show, he tried to rush the stage when that Native American came up on the stage, right? Remember?
Well, there are differing stories with that. He tried to rush the stage. He was off stage and he wanted to talk to the person who accepted the award on part of Brando. He tried to attack her. There are differing stories. We don't know what's true.
Very true, right? So yeah, you can't,
Midnight in Paris. Haven't seen that one. I haven't even seen Annie Hall yet. That's how far behind I am with Woody Allen.
Huh. Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, now we got to have a big old debate between Brody and Ryan about, was John Wayne a racist asshole if his last wife was Hispanic? Have fun with that one, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not willing to take the time to dive into that.
Well, okay. Oh God, maybe okay. But then, well, no, I was gonna say, so Classy Freddie Blassie is a wrestler who his big thing. I mean, this was also different. Was hating Japanese or something like that. Like that was his big. But he was married to a Japanese woman.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Classy Freddie Blassie, wasn't it? Chadney, Brody, help me out.
So is that all kayfabe or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that clears that up. Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brody. Michael Richards played Kramer. Great character. Great actor at the time. Fucks up on stage. He's never been the same. Anytime anyone brings up Michael Richards, oh, you mean when he said the N-word on stage? Yeah. Ooh, yes. Good point. Cultural appropriate. And that was back in what, the 50s, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Those big, sprawling, epic movies back then.
Yeah. Hey there, Pilgrim. We gotta go take over these guys here. Okay, gang. Guess yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a horrible heel, Classy Freddie Blassie. And he was married. Okay, I know her name was Mikio, and I cannot pronounce her last name. I'm not even gonna try. But yeah. Classy Freddie Blassie.
I'll agree with Brody on this one. If you've seen the footage of Michael Richards on stage that night when he was saying that, yeah, he was adding some inflection.
He was. Often I'll hear this online because there's always those guys on there that when they're fighting with the African Americans, the N-word comes out. And you'll hear a guy say then the African gentleman will say, "You want to know what? It wouldn't be so bad if the hard ER wasn't at the end of it," is what he says. Because there's Tupac explained there was a difference between the way you said the word, the way because rappers used to take a lot of crap for using the N-word. And the way Pac said it was, well, the one way you say it means we have gold chains around our neck. The other one means we have a noose. That was what Tupac said.
Yeah.
So I mean, and again, it's not okay for white guys to say that word. No, really nobody should, because it comes from a place of hate.
Yeah. Yeah. Consider the history.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was John Wayne playing Rooster Cogburn in, can't remember the name of the movie, but I saw the remake with Coen Brothers, and that was pretty good. Whoa.
Wow. Okay, that's not good. Not good. Not
Disavow.
a good look.
Disavow.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you got to think about everybody that was ignorant. Everyone, and I guess I can't say that. Like, yeah, it's horrible.
Yes, true grit. Thank you. Yeah.
Just the way people. You're not the same as me, so I got to eradicate you, or I got to do something. I don't like.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I've never understood it. Never, ever. Oh. Have we got any Karen videos?
Yes.
Yes! Sorry. Get excited. Oh, I hear my dog's in the house. She's running around.
This one is, think about 40, 45 seconds long.
Okay.
42. And here it is.
Are y'all gonna have my fresh cookies? Yes. And how long? How long? 2 minutes. 2 more minutes? Yeah. 2 more minutes. Yes. God damn. What's your name? You the new manager? I'm the manager here. The new one, right? Yeah. Damn, 2 more minutes. I'm going to ask you next time I come, can y'all please have some fresh cookies? Because I literally call and make orders every time. It's not fun.
Pause.
Yeah.
In this 2 minutes that you will have to wait for your cookies, pull off and just look at your phone. Yeah, I get annoyed too. But if they said like, if it was cookies and maybe they're out of cookies, maybe you just don't. Maybe you pass on the cookies. Sorry that the world doesn't revolve around you in your cookie world. Sorry that the Keebler-Elves weren't there ready for your fucking cookies. Of everything to be mad about in the world today, you didn't have fucking cookies. Fucking eat a dick. Continue.
Yeah, fresh cookies. But her argument is that she called ahead to see if there was fresh cookies, and then she showed up, and now she has to wait for fresh cookies. That is the dilemma. However, she should probably realize that between the time that she called and the time she got there, other people can ask for fresh cookies.
Okay, unlike the Rush song, time does not stand still. Some motherfucker could have came, and maybe they grabbed a bunch of cookies because they had children who were like, Mom, me and my friends would like some cookies. Can you please get us cookies? And Mom was like, yo, motherfucker, I get you motherfucker cookies. Maybe that happened.
Maybe.
Continue.
Damn, for 3 cookies, I gotta pull up for 3 cookies? Where's my money? Can I have my money? You already didn't threaten me you was gonna cash me my money, so give me my money. Damn. All right, hurry up then, because that's what you said. You said you was gonna give me my money, so give me my money. Give me my money. Give me my money. Where's my money?
And that's the end of that one. Yep, Brody, you win the show referencing Rush. Yes, you win, Nick.
This is
coming from a woman. Bake your own cookies.
Yo, motherfucker. This, like, I mean, I have to deal with the public, but usually as a garbage man, I don't take a lot of shit. But I couldn't be in the service. I would have fucking thrown something at her. I wouldn't have handed her money. I would have given it to her in like nickels and threw it into the cab of her vehicle. Like, good Lord. Like, I don't understand. You see this all the time, and you'll see this. I don't know why this seems to be, and I'm gonna say it's just from the shows, like, because I love like Maury and stuff, and when the women start screaming, they'll be like, whatever, 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 whatever. It's like, or they'll repeat just like that. Give me my money. Give me my money. Give me my money. It's like, like, your parents didn't fucking raise you right if you think that's the way to treat people.
Exactly. And Gordon, if I remember correctly, and I don't, if anyone's watched the show for any amount of time, that a Karen is not simply a white woman with an attitude. It is not a personality. It's a specific attitude type that is being referenced. So any person of any race could be a Karen. And exactly as Heather says, entitled twat. Thank you for those wonderful English words from the Queen's language itself.
From the beautiful lips of Heather. I love that word twat. I love it.
Cookies for you.
Yeah, see, and I know, Gordon, like, I'm gonna say, Gordon, you can't say that white woman thing. Like, that's you're appropriating now. No, I can say it. Yeah,
he's messing with you, Gordon. He's messing with you.
I am, but yeah, you can't say it because it's everybody. We've seen it all from everybody.
Yeah.
Remember that one Chinese lady or the Asian lady when she was like, nah, nah, nah. It's like, whoa.
She had the door with her, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Like, fuck. Just, yeah.
Now this is going to be a new debate. This debate is already going on and has been for at least a year. What do we call a male Karen? I vote Darren because it rhymes and it's easy to remember. Exactly, Brody. I'm with you. Doesn't see race. No. It doesn't see color.
No, I honestly think it should be as a blanket statement as a Karen for every male, female. Because you know exactly what. No, I guess you can't do that. Because then, it has to be a male name. Because if you were to say, dude, you're being a Karen, they'd be like, so now you're making blah, blah, blah. They turn it around to make you
look like a sexist or something.
Yeah, seem like a sexist asshole. Yeah, so I do like Darren. I like Darren.
Kyle is one that I've seen floating around lately.
Yeah. Respect my authority, Kyle.
Ken, well, starts with a K.
How about just cock? You're being a cock, sir. You're being a cock.
The argument was that oppressed people were justified. Oh.
Reese says Ken. I think they want to keep that K, right?
Yeah, because it's kind of alliteration.
See, I like what Jen just said there. I think Ken is like, I agree that Karen should be like genderless. Yeah. Yeah, Kyle is a total douchebag who has like a Baby Gap shirt on.
But that's also a Chad.
Kirk? Yeah, no, see, Chad doesn't work either, though. No, Chad's not a tool name, I don't think. Chad doesn't. I'm not saying that because he's like one of my best friends, like my best friend.
I thought I was your best friend.
Huh? Oh.
Twat waffles are where you gotta love that word. Twat waffle. You gotta love that one.
A twat waffle thunder cunt.
Hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
What are you talking about, a Nick? Fuck you, Gordon. Yeah, I don't know where he went. Oh, he's probably gotta go pee again. Fuck, we've already been going 1 hour and 22 minutes. Yeah, no, I think with the way that Karen is used now, I think you can just say being a Karen. I don't think it really needs to be like. Yeah, I think we can just go with a Karen. I honestly do. I think a Karen is a fine just to be Karen. Dude, you're being a Karen right now. Really, I think so. I don't think there's anything great about Kirk Cameron except for his dime piece sister.
Kirk Cameron is a twat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call him a Nick. No.
Yeah.
I've heard him called Derek's as well. Yeah. Derek just seems like a dick. Yeah, kind of like a Chad.
Well, see, we really got things made up here. See, Heather, because over here, pulling a Charlie means jerking off. God, our cultures are so different.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. Well, it's so much fun ripping you on the internet. Fuck.
Pulling a Charlie. I have not heard that until now.
I think I've heard it on like an English movie. I recognize it. But okay. Pulling a Charlie. Yeah, no, maybe. I feel like I've heard that before. Hey, speaking of pulling a Charlie, it's like winter here again, dude. It's like -5 right now here.
That happened here. I think it was Tuesday morning. It was snowing.
Yeah,
of course,
we got snow too.
Last, but.
Yeah. See, I feel I have, but I could be mistaken. So, did you hear about Manitoba? Like, it shut down because like they got like 50 centimeters of snow.
What the fuck?
They canceled the hockey game and let the Jets leave a day early because they were scared they're gonna be snowed in.
Jesus.
Yeah.
-11. Like, what is going on with this?
Yeah,
weather?
it's a weird vortex right now, and it's supposed to be, I think, all week. I think they're talking like another 5 centimeters of snow, I think, tomorrow night. Or Saturday night, sorry. Well, no, it's supposed to start snow, a little bit of snow, but it's supposed to be, feel like -12. And then like Saturday is supposed, and then we're finally supposed to kind of get into the double digits again. But it's still, even up until the end of April, it's not supposed to warm up.
Oof. You bring up a good point, Gordon. Yeah, like that last video that we just watched, if we were to call her a Karen, then someone could say, well, you're being racist. Well, no, we're not, because all of a sudden now that we have to define the word and be very specific about it. And even though we define it one way, someone else who might be accusing us of racism would say, well, no, I define it this way. Then we have a semantical argument back and forth. So I got you, Gordon. It is BS because political correctness, it muddies the waters. And I'm not getting into the censorship debate. I'm just saying political correctness is what it is in this day and age, and it's not helping matters. Then again, neither is being an insensitive asshole. So there's no middle ground.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it depends how you want to take words. Like, over in Britain and Ireland and Australia, they like to use the C word like we like to use the word fuck.
Yeah.
But I know, like, my mother hates that. Like, it's a disgusting word. And that's how I was raised, that it's a disgusting word.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm talking to my Irish friend, I drop it quite a bit. But yeah, it's just it's how you defend it. At the end of the day, words are just words.
No.
Well, I meant like curse words and whatnot. Though there are certain things that you are not allowed to say.
I was going to say,
twisted. No, don't get that twisted.
Remember last year when we had a show with Brody?
Yeah. No, I meant like a word like fuck.
Yes.
Like, it's literally it's everywhere. Everybody says it. It's on it's on wrestling now. They say shit on the air all the time. They don't say fuck, but they say shit on TBS.
Wow.
Right? Yes, the easy Brody. Right? So there are certain words that you figure in this day and age that would not matter anymore.
Certain words. Yeah.
Certain words. Because, like, I remember back in the day, you couldn't say damn because it sounded too close, because it was a swear word. It's like, really?
Yeah, this was like back in the 40s, 50s, something like that.
Oh, yeah, back in the 40s. Yeah, that's why I got in shit for saying it. In the 90s.
Yes. I never knew that, Heather. That's a good piece of trivia. Back to your roots, giving us trivia. That's excellent. Yeah, show's come full circle. Well, bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Look, it's great that we can look back on it and, kind of laugh. I know some people are still sore about it, and I understand. But we can have a little bit of a sense of humor about it now. A little bit. Exactly. Context is key. Like, I wouldn't want to open up that can of worms either. I would just say, nope, leave it alone. The hell with it. Be the Chris Rock in this situation.
Whatever happened to just two motherfuckers fighting it out and just being done?
Yeah, now it has to be, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to press charges.
Well, that did happen in the late 90s. There was a certain gentleman in Mackenzie who every time someone threatened him or he caused trouble, he'd want to call the cops. So
okay,
yeah. You don't remember that story because he did it to me?
No.
All right, I will not say any names.
Okay.
But so I was walking into the rec center, and I was in between the two doors, like the glass doors. And as I'm going through the first door, I'm about to go like open up the second, all of a sudden I get smashed in the back of the head, like punched. And I was like, what the fuck? And I turn around and it's this little shit. And he goes to run. Well, I just turned and I grabbed him. And I threw him into the wall. And he broke his wrist. And there was this big hubbub, and I remember, pretty sure it was Donald and Edward were like, dude, we saw him hit you. Like,
yeah.
What? Like, fuck him, right? Yeah. So I went to my mom's after school, and I was at my mom's, and Debbie called, my stepmom calls and says, you need to come home. I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, the cops were just here with this kid's father. I'm like, okay. And I told Dad what had happened, and he's okay. And so I went home, and we were there, and the cops showed up, and they asked what had happened, and I told them. And I remember my dad looking at them saying, listen, you want to press charges against my son, that's fine. But he struck my son first. We have witnesses that watched him strike my son. So charge him and see what happens. And the cop looked at, the guy looked at the cops. He said, I'm sorry. I will deal with this myself. And from what this young man's, the kid that I broke his wrist, his brothers told me that when his dad got home, his dad beat the shit out of him.
Ooh.
Because he lied to him, and yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, okay. No.
At times.
Not with me. Sorry.
Not with me either, but at times with regards to other people, and you can find examples of this on the internet. Yes, very much so. But it depends on where you are and what the situation is at the time. They're not out and out police state tactics.
Yeah.
There have been incidences in the past, like say the late 2000s, where there have been numbers of accusations of excessive force. But for the most part, I don't think so. Then again, I've never had many run-ins with them, if any at all.
I have not, but you want to know what, Heather? I'm going to tell you, we will not talk about this. I'm going to tell you just to look this up, Heather. So listen to me. Listen to me, beautiful woman, you. Go look up the Starlight Tours. The Saskatoon freezing deaths. Okay. This was a pretty big deal. And this is exactly what Alex was talking about with the accusations. So go and read about the Starlight Tours that happened in Saskatchewan. Dates back to 1976. And it was into the early 2000s when this became very prevalent. And there's actually on the True Canadian podcast. You're welcome. There's a very unbelievable story about these tours. Canadian True podcast, crime podcast. She's an Australian lady who's been living here for about 13 years, and she talks about the Starlight Tours. And it's absolutely disgusting. And yeah. So go look that up. It's unbelievable.
Do you recall which prime minister was choking someone and attacking an intruder?
Oh, Jean Chrétien. Didn't Chrétien choke somebody?
Ago. Well, I can't remember.
I'm positive it was a Chrétien.
Maybe old Chad, if he shakes his head enough and rubs two brain cells together, he'll remember. He stops eating his pudding and looks at that.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, he choked a journalist. Yeah, Jean Chrétien.
Wow. And he didn't get canceled for that, hey? Then again, it was a different time.
I'm going to say something here. Political tensions. Oh no, that's not it. No, I don't see that. No. Anyways.
That sounds familiar. He choked a protester that invaded his person. Wow. Jean Chrétien, the original SJW.
Yeah. He wasn't taking any of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Canada Day 2015. No. That was earlier than that. No, it's just what the Twitter thing. Yeah, but but that's why. Yeah. That hour has 22 minutes. No, the Royal Canadian Air Force, the guy that played Jean Chrétien was always funny.
Yes.
This is not the most popular. If we do this, it'll cause an erection. But then, so now here's the thing. I don't watch any more sketch comedy. Like I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in years. Would they be allowed to do Jean Chrétien anymore?
Ooh, good question. Gordon should chime in on that one.
Yeah.
Gordon should be the voice of reason with regards to that.
Yeah, someone broke into their residence as well.
Yeah, he didn't take shit.
Yeah. I didn't really watch either one of them, Brody, so that's,
I watched This Hour Has 22 Minutes way more than the Royal Canadian Air Force, but I watched a few episodes of RCAF. It was pretty good. He's a real person.
Well, but you're making fun of an ailment, though. Right? I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're making fun of a person's physical ailment. So are you allowed to do that anymore?
No, you're not, because it's ableism.
Yeah. And we've learned anything from ableism, like cannibalism, it's not good.
But there's lots of protein in cannibalism. Lean and mean, bitch.
You want to hear something really stupid?
Yes, awesome. I do.
Yeah, you do. So in the mornings now, I usually have a protein shake made with almond milk, cut up a banana, and throw a scoop of peanut butter in there. Right?
Yep.
Make my drink up yesterday morning. I start drinking it. I stop and I look down at it. Kim's like, "What?" I'm like, "I didn't put the fucking protein shake in it." It's like, well, I guess I'm just having an almond milk fucking banana peanut butter fucking thing, I guess. Fuck.
Yes, there's the thing. If you have that ailment, are you allowed to make fun of other people who have the same ailment? Good question, Gord. Maybe.
See, now I saw a meme and I laughed. Oh, yes, Sarah, you're right. That's exactly who it was. Sarah messaged me with the name.
Okay.
Because sorry, Sarah, and the same thing. Maybe you'll remember this too. The same guy that did this to me had a mutual friend of. I don't know how much of a friend of him you were, but I won't say his name either. But had him on the phone, was talking shit, saying, "Yeah, come fucking fight me." Set gentleman went over to go fight this guy, and while he was there, he called the cops on him.
Of course.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Sarah just said, "Yep, she remembers that too." Where was that meme? But it was kind of like the Eddie Murphy thing when Eddie Murphy talks about like we always made fun of the Chinese, like you ordered your order, and he's like, "Oh, I make you a special wonton soup, right?" And he's like, "I wonder if in Japan when they go like, can I get a Big Mac and fries?" Okay, Big Mac and fries, and they go to go, "Big Mac with the large fries, a cherry pie." So see, we laugh at it because I'd be like, I would love to see someone do that. That'd be fucking amazing.
Yes.
I would high five them like that. Yes, that's exactly how we are. Yeah, it's like. It's like I wonder if Asians ever make fun of Caucasians. Look at me, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm from Los Angeles.
Thank you for being here, Brody. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Brody. Bye, bud.
The more things you have, the better comedian. Well, it depends on your audience. Because you can't choose your audience.
No, but then you look at a guy like Ralphie May. The shit he would say about people.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
But he'd be the first one to make fun of himself. Right?
Yes.
So, not saying that gives you a pass, but if you got the balls to say the shit that guy said, right?
Yeah. I was going to say, if he makes fun of himself first, that's almost like a cushioning. So it gives him the inclination or the excuse, I don't know what you want to call it, to make fun of other people. But there was another Canadian comedian who would do that. Russell Peters, make fun of all other races.
Yep.
Oh yes, nice, real haggis, because she's going to Scotland.
Haggis, get the fresh haggis. Remember The Simpsons?
No.
And when Willie had his little booth set up, haggis, get your fresh haggis. Fuck. Okay, I do have music for later. Cool. Okay.
I had something like a Scotch egg a few years ago. Something like it. Not exactly that thing, but Russell Peter, nice. Good for you. That'd be a great show.
Yeah, Sarah's going to be here in a month.
Yeah, again, for those who weren't here last week, no show May 5th, but show Saturday, May 7th.
We'll return with a Saturday show. Yeah.
The Saturday. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it.
Mm-hmm. And then, yes, he's going to be a PG. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to let people know that, now that COVID is apparently letting us do stuff. This year, me and the guys from Another Simple Solution have a bunch of gigs. So this is the set. This is what we have so far this year. So May 14th, me and the boys will be playing the Tabor Barbecue. They have a barbecue competition. So we're playing that in the afternoon. June 4th, we'll be playing the Pride Festival here in town. June 24th, we are playing a gig here in town. It's like an end of school thing for the college students. So that'll be a lot of fun. We are playing Canada Day. And then we're playing a barbecue on a private property, which will be fun. Because we're going to be able to break out like Rage Against the Machine and stuff there.
Yes.
So, and that's a 2-day festival kind of thingy. And then Cornfest at the end of the summer. So,
awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So,
nice.
We had a 2.5 hour band practice last night. So, I'm actually shocked my throat's as good as it is right now. Because we practiced 2 nights in a row. And now I'm doing the show here. So, yeah.
A Ned. Now, is that a male? No, you already said what a male Karen was over there. What the fuck is a Ned? Bloody junkie, grab me arse. Me arse. I love that. It's not it's me. Why is it me? Because it's my.
He's a hooligan. He's a lout.
It's me.
He's a hooligan. A Ned is a Scottish term for a derogatory term applied for Scottish for hooligans, louts, or petty criminals. Oh, see, I'm educated. So I if I grabbed her butt, it'd be okay because I'm educated.
Then you would be an Ed.
No. Yeah, Ed. Educated.
Ed.
An Ed.
Great. We learned something.
That's a China. A China. I wonder if he's allowed to call it China anymore. It's a symbol. It's called a China.
What time, Ryan? I'm at my job till 8, so I don't know that I can tune in.
I got another band practice tomorrow.
I've listened to your first 3 shows, Ryan, so I'm pretty much on the level with you.
I gotta do what you do and put them on my phone because, like, it sounds so lame, but I just when I'm at the gym I like listening to music, and by the time I get home and eat dinner and shower and then visit with Kim, and it's like I really like my unwind thing is I like to play like a game of football. Like I like to play video games, right? By the time I play a game of ball, it's like fuck, it's like almost bedtime, So
yeah.
I don't listen because I don't want to, Ryan. I love you. You're like one of my greatest friends, longest friends for crying out loud. But yeah, I'm same with I've never listened to a Frank show except for little bits that I've come on. Like, I got podcasts piled up right now, like ridiculous amount. It's fuck.
And I just caught up with all mine.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like I go through spurts where I like to listen to it, but then there's times where like just music. Like today, I was caught up on some wrestling ones because I try, especially because all the singing I've done this week. I was like, okay, I gotta talk tonight, so I can't be singing in the truck. So I gotta listen to a podcast. So
Nice. 8:30. I'll probably pop in at some point. Mr. Callahan watches his live shows. It's pretty cool.
And that'll be at 9:30 my time, and I'm hoping I'm in bed because I got to go to Calgary Saturday morning. So,
Oof.
Yeah. Oh, it's only a couple hours. It's just like driving to Prince George from Mac.
Oh yeah.
A little further, but it's all these highways are flat. You can go 120. So bald ass straight prairie. So yeah. All right, I feel like we're hitting a wall.
Yep. We might as well. Yeah. What?
Wait, you're coming to or going to be coming in?
Is it because you found out the RCMP are nice people? Or what?
She wants to know what it's like to have an Ed grab her butt.
Both me hope.
Well, we're going to have to clear that with my wife, Heather, before we start making plans. Jeez, come on there. Well, now I want to know. Start typing. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a big, beautiful country. Lots to see. I don't know about...
Halifax. I've never been out there, so...
landmarks, but, you know.
You're not even fucking close to us. You're like a fucking 6,000-mile fucking drive away. It's a long way to drive to come get me to grab your butt. But
at least she gets to see some of the country. I mean, I've never been to Halifax.
No, and it's but the thing is that's just it. Is that for us, we want to go to like Ireland, Scotland, Britain. Like I want to see all that. Whereas she might come here and be like, "Holy fuck, this is amazing over here," right? Like, so as we wrap up, we always like to give songs, movies. My kid sent me these songs. I was like, wow, impressive, because he's really into like the metal stuff. But this guy is named Zach Bryan.
Okay.
And the song is called Traveling Man. I was really impressed when he sent it to me. I'm like, oh, Cole, I don't like this stuff, right? But it was not. It was it's it was like a country kind of alternative acoustic rock. It was a good mix. So yeah. Zach Bryan, Traveling Man.
Okay. I'll recommend a song as well. You've heard of Post Malone.
Yep.
All right. So Post Malone did a song in, I think it was early 2019 with Sway Lee called Sunflower. It's a short song. It's only about 2.5 minutes long, but it's got a really nice chill vibe to it. I really like it. That for me would be the equivalent of when you recommend 1979 for when you're driving around Mackenzie. I would recommend Sunflower by Post Malone and Sway Lee.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh, it's their most popular song. It's actually from Spider-Man Into the Multiverse. On that soundtrack.
Yes, because
I downloaded it.
I have been to the theater 6 times this year, which is unprecedented. I don't usually go to the theater, but I saw that trailer twice, and I really love the song, so I found it pretty quick.
Excellent.
Righteous Gemstones. Oh, fucking mega churches. Yeah. Yeah, if you've heard of who's the most famous mega church pastor out there, Joel Osteen.
Oh, yeah. He looks like a twat.
Yeah, there would be a Chad. That guy.
Yeah. Nazareth's Greatest Hits is a pretty solid Greatest Hits album. I think everybody owned that at one point. I think everybody did.
Definitely heard of Nazareth. Yep.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, you want to feel old? All right, we're gonna play a game. Do you want to feel old? Okay, I'm gonna start this video. It's 3 minutes long. We're not gonna play it because of copyright stuff. Okay. So these songs are turning 30. Okay. So the first song is "Jump" by Criss Cross. I'm not listening to the music here because I gotta hear you. Okay, so that song's turning 30. Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself by Ice Cube. It's 30 years old. Okay. So what else we got? Got some time waiting for tomorrow. I know it's STP. Find it. Lime Melon.
Oof.
No Rain.
Yeah.
Wow. Bumblebee Girl. What else we got? Come on, let's go. Oh. Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, Dre. Great song. With a very young Snoop Dogg. What You Want by the Beastie Boys. Oh my God. Like, it's just like this. And it feels like we're listening to this yesterday, like new. Ooh, Alice in Chains, Wood. Love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, Gilbert. I didn't even know, like,
Yeah, that's
Take the Power Back by Rage. Take the power back. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Jump around. That's a band, the Black Crowes, I never got into. Yeah, Ooh. Chadney's favorite band, the Gin Blossoms. Hey, Jealousy. I love the song. Chad hates them so much. Bed of Roses by Bon Jovi. I like that song.
Yeah, 30 years old. Exactly, Heather. It's
Express Yourself. I think it is by Madonna. Yeah. They Put a Man on the Moon by REM. Baby Got Back. A little in the middle, but you got much back.
Classic.
That's a Prince song, but I don't know what Prince song it is. See?
Oh, come on, Chad. Don't be a Chad,
Ooh.
Chad.
What is it? Thunder Lips 1965? Is it Thunder or Thunder Kiss?
Thunder Kiss, yeah.
Oh yeah, Walk Pantera. Walk. What do you say?
Domination by Pantera is really good, especially the breakdown. I've mentioned that before.
Yes. I like Fucking Hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah. These Are Our Days. I think that's Natalie Merchant, isn't it? These are days. Fuck. Good Lord. Ugh.
One song guaranteed. Oh, good question.
Supermarket Flowers by Ed Sheeran. I cannot listen to that song without crying. My mother is alive. If Sarah's still here, Sarah, can we listen to that song without fucking crying? No. Supermarket Flowers by Ed Sheeran. Ugh.
I'll give you one if you give me a minute. Okay. The video version of Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley.
That's actually what... Yep. And you want to know what? There's songs that, you know, they'll say, oh, ball every time. I cannot. I've tried. If I'm in the truck, I'm gonna get through this song this time. Even thinking about it when he's like that, the build up to it. When he's like, oh fuck, like the build, I'm just like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Interesting.
But you listen to like the Jeff Buckley version, no one touches it. No one touches that version.
Look, I love Leonard Cohen. I'm glad he made that song, but Jeff Buckley owns that song.
Yep. Now, albeit this is a different thing. There's covers, I think we've discussed before, like the Bare Naked Ladies version of "Lovers in a Dangerous Time."
Great.
Like, and Bruce Coburn did it first, and it's like, well, it's a Bare Naked Ladies song.
That's a good song. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. That's a good song.
So this part here, so I always hold for the Supermarket Flowers. I usually have it because he's talking about cleaning up the hospital room after his mom passed away. And I always got it until it's like, he says, so I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. Done. every time I start crying. Like I almost do it now. Like it just, right? You know? Yeah, like he drowned Jeff Buckley, however you want to say it there. Like
he did, and it was really sad because that death, along with Bill Hicks, is an example of, and Jimi Hendrix, an example of young people who should not have died.
So Sarah just messaged me on, like, because she's just messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and I guess as I was saying supermarket flowers, she said it at the exact same time, and Ben looked at her like, "Whoa."
That's scary.
Like, yeah, because it is. I can't. It's that part when he talks about the angel is the shape of his mom. I'm done. Every fucking time. Yeah. You know, I just love music. That's why I love music.
Yeah.
You know, it takes you so many places. Like, I could listen to that, and then, for example, now I could listen to "Wood" by Alice in Chains, and I'm ready to fight and like ready to work out, and I'm like, the adrenaline, it can turn like that fast. You know? Yeah, of course, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yet there is a certain amount of acting that's sometimes required with regards to singing, because there's an emotion you have to get across in the song.
Ryan, have you heard the song "I Wish Grandpa's Never Died"? That's a hard one to get through for me. And I mean, sadly, I knew Ivan's father, Grandpa Ralph, not very well. I never knew my dad's dad, and same with my mom's dad. But like, Debbie's dad, like it's my grandpa, and yeah, like I still have my grandpa. But yeah, listen to "Grandpa's Never Die," and it's such a good song. I'm trying to think of songs that. Yeah, I can't think of. Go ahead.
There's one more that always gets me, and that's the "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" cover by Israel. And I can't pronounce his last name properly, but he was a Hawaiian singer and ukulele player. And that voice, pardon me, that song that he did, that cover, that was on a whim, and he recorded that at 3 a.m. from what I hear. It was just...
Yeah, he wanted to go to the studio. He's like, I need to go sing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I need to go record this now. Because he had an idea for a song.
I'm with you, Heather. Yes, I've got a bagpipe cover of "Amazing Grace," and that gets me too. Yeah.
So I think I said this last week. Now you're saying bagpipes, and this wasn't bagpipes in there, but I've heard. I think, did I talk about Whiskey in the Jar?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can't stop fucking listening to the Celtic version of it. And I found a live video, and it's just a bunch of old Irish dudes fucking singing it with banjos and shit.
Nice.
I recommend you guys look it up. It's, again, I'm the guy that what did they play at the end of? Oh, the bagpipes.
Hey, spoilers, Ryan.
Yeah, duh, Ryan. Yeah, I can't think of. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's the one.
Jesus.
You've got to touch. Actually, because I just did that. We had that funeral for that young girl, and I actually downloaded a song that I can't, like, it's what was the name of the song? And it's just like, oh fuck, I'm trying to see. Yeah, In Case You Didn't Know by Brett Young. Yeah. The one for Johnny Cash where it does it for me, and it wasn't a great version of the song, but you could feel the pain, I think, when he sang it, was Hurt.
Yeah, especially if you watch the video as well.
Yeah. Because, yeah, because of what happened, like, and then he died a few months later. It's just like after June left, then he left, right? It's just like,
yeah.
Woof, right?
Yep. I don't know if that's a true statistic about old couples. When one goes, the other will follow not long after. I don't know if that's true, but it would make sense.
Ryan, that's what Alex was talking about, the over the rainbow Hawaiian version.
Yeah, and that's what Ryan was talking about, the funeral in Mackenzie. Yeah. Well, we're going to end on that. We're going to end on Mackenzie. Well, you got some homework to do, Ryan, and you find it and you say it on your next stream, which is tomorrow night at 8:30 Pacific, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So,
Her Majesty's not doing. Yeah, I heard she's not doing good.
Well, she's 90 something. It's to be expected. She had a
great run.
She had a long run, and I'm not disparaging her in any way.
No, not at all. No.
But that's the way it goes. She did well for herself over the years, and good for her. But when it's time to go, you're gonna go. Sounds stupid and cliche, but that's it.
Thank you, everybody. This was
awesome.
We actually ended up going on there almost 10 minutes after I said, "Yeah, I'm feeling it."
So
here's sirens.
Yeah, that's on my end. So a big thank you to Heather for sticking around and not ending the English Heather era of our show, but this is part 2. So thank you very much. Yes, we'll see you. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Really appreciate it. I was going to miss you, but now I don't have to. Well, at least until next week.
At least with every shot so far, dear.
Same with Ryan, who likes to make Bundy references, and that was one that Nick just said.
Yes, it was.
The Chad, Penny, Gordon, Sarah. We didn't get Dad, and we didn't get really mysterious, which was kind of strange, but the Brody was here.
Corey
popped in for a while, which is great. Thank you.
Tona. Yeah.
And I don't think there was anyone else, at least that I can remember. Good night, everyone. We will be back next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel.